So I know it kind of looks a little bit intimidating, but I guarantee you it was actually pretty easy to wire up and figure it out. So components that I'll be using today is the Pioneer DMH-W2700NEX, and then my backup camera is the Pioneer ND-BC8. Pretty good backup camera. I actually like how it works in the night. And then these are our accessories. If you want to work with the steering wheel controls, it is the Focus Universal Fit ASWC1 steering wheel control. It's about 50-ish bucks on Amazon. And then we have the harness for it. This is the 28-pin harness that Toyotas use. It's the AX Toy 28 SWC. So these two you want if you're going to want to use steering wheel controls. And then I have the gauge faces right here, or the gauge faces, the side of the pieces. There's the part number for it. I'm going to put all the links to these in the description. And this is the USB cable. I know it says Honda, but I guarantee you it works for Toyota as well. That's this one right here. So basically, this is your typical Toyota harness. This one's really easy to do. This one, all you do is just match the colors to the wires. So white on black goes to white on black, or black on white goes to black on white, and same with the gray. Those are your speakers. The purple and the green, same thing. Those are speakers. Your accessory is your red. Your yellow is your constant. And what else? Ground as well. So that harness itself, that one's easy. Just follow the wires. And then for the steering wheel controls, you're gonna have two wires. Basically, your turquoise green, that one goes to your parking brake, which is this one right here, the parking brake cable. That one's your turquoise green. And then you have this purple on green wire. That one's gonna be your reverse trigger. Right here, it says the reverse gear signal input. So that's going to be, so whenever you put in reverse, this tells the factory head unit to turn to the reverse picture for when you install your backup camera. So that's from your 28-pin harness. And then you have the aux. That one goes to your head unit on the aux port right here. But I don't have the wire that goes from this to the 3.5 millimeter jack. I guess that's what they call it. I don't have that, and I don't see myself using the aux ever because Bluetooth is a thing nowadays. But maybe in the future I might just wire it up just to have it there. But the only one I really want to have is the USB input one, the one for where the front of the Scion TC location is at, which is this one. This is the special plug for it. So you're gonna want that one for sure. And then we're going to plug in this one that has our steering wheel control and our rear view camera in. So that's where this one comes in. You're going to have this jack that you plug in to the jack to the back of the head unit. And then obviously we have our Pioneer microphone and our Pioneer GPS signal. So the only reason I'm using the Pioneer microphone is the factory microphone for the TC is a powered one that goes to the amplifier, which is powered by 5 volts. So it's not really worth it. You can wire it up, but from what I'm reading online, everyone's saying that they wired it up to their aftermarket head unit, and it doesn't work great. It doesn't work as clearly, and it doesn't sound clearly. So I'm gonna avoid all that and just use the Pioneer microphone. I forgot one last one was for the antenna, which is this adapter. I don't think I have that one on me, the little baggie that it came with, but I will for sure put it in the link in the description down below. That one you have to wire up to the blue wire, which is for the input for the antenna. So that one goes there, and that's pretty much it. So I'm in the process of wiring up the backup camera. And so what I did right here was I removed this cover that goes right here on the top. And in order to do so, you have one nut right there, the two for the handle, and the fourth one over here at the end. And I didn't want to drill any holes. So there's 4 clips that go along right here. So what I did was I removed the clip that goes right here, and there's a hole now. So that's where I sent the wire to go through. So the opening, I sent the wiring for the reverse camera to go through there, which is this clip, the one that's being held on. And you can kind of see right here. Yeah, there you go. The wire is going through there. And so then I'm going to route it all along the harness of the hatch. And then I made it go through here. So easy way to do this is take both ends off and then use WD-40 so that the wire can slip through very easily. So I was able to squeeze the wire through the rubber grommet with WD-40. And then what I did was I removed the head, not removed completely, but I took off the rubber.
Snip, snip.
But I took off the rubber grommet and I routed the wire all along here, down the pillar, down this pillar, and over here. And all I did was just pull back these pieces right here. Like it's pretty easy. So I routed the wire all along here. I popped off this panel. This panel right here, it comes down. It's held on by 3 clips, and then I brought it all the way down. This panel right here, there's 3 clips. They pop out as you pull it right here. Just route the wire, and then I got it through here, the wire, and now it's gonna come down through here, under the dash, and back into the stereo. Go ahead and pop off your panel. It's just held on by clips. Kind of set it in place right there, and then you have 4 10mm bolts at the very corners. We're gonna reuse those. We're gonna reuse that bracket, so don't throw those away just yet. Gonna go ahead and pull out the stereo. Obviously you might want to have it off, but because we're working inside on a hot day, we still have the car on. But probably this is going to be the point where I turn off the car and unplug it. But in case you don't see the plugs, yep, we're going to unplug all those right there. Really easy, nothing hard. So I routed the wiring harness from the reverse camera, and that is right here. So we connected the brown to the rear view camera of the radio. And then, as I said, we have a positive and negative with the fuse right here. And these were a lot longer, but I ended up cutting them up because this is all cord I'm not going to be using. And I don't want that back here because it's kind of a tight squeeze right here. But anyways, I cut those up and I actually solder them directly onto the red and black leads of the back of the head unit. It could be anywhere, just as long as it's in the red or the black. So that's how you wire up the backup camera. And for your stereo controls, for the access or whatever it's called, those are actually automatic. I don't really have to program or anything like the thing said, so you can hear the so those are already programmed, and you can see mode selection, aux, radio. This pretty much goes through everything. I don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect pretty much everything. So we're gonna first start with the USB cable. Again, it's just this one adapter. It's the one for the front USB. Goes in, and then we're gonna connect our main plug for the stereo. So this one is the 2 right here, basically your typical Toyota one for the rear speakers and the main harness. And then we're going to connect the antenna one, which is this one with the blue wire that goes to the blue power antenna for the main harness. That just goes in there. And then we're gonna connect our microphone, which goes right here at the very bottom. And then we're gonna connect our harness for the steering wheel controls and the camera, which is this tiny one. Goes right here, I believe. Right, nope. You're gonna hear it click. And we're gonna connect our GPS antenna to the back, which goes right here. And that GPS antenna, I have it right here on the bash bar. I have it right there on the bash bar, the antenna. So it's a magnetic antenna and it just stays right there. That's more than enough. Doesn't need that much of a signal interference, or it doesn't interfere much with the dashboard. So that's all plugged in. Now we're just gonna tuck everything back there. So there you have it. That's it. That's the head unit installed. And let's just go ahead and double check the reverse. Boom, look at that. That way you don't bump into anyone else now.
Anyone else? As if I make it happen.
Alright guys, that's pretty much it. The only thing I had to really do with the brackets is modify this top one so that this can sit a little bit more flushed. But overall, I mean, the gapping on it's not the greatest, but it's what can you really do with all these aftermarket radio accessories. So it is what it is. It looks cool. Let me focus on it to get that thumbnail. All right.